Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Fall of the Republic 1.1. It was a preview, now it's just a playthrough as the CIS. So you guys do have a more updated version of the mod than what you're going to be seeing here today now, which is always a fun point to get to with the playthroughs. But we have, in the last episode that I recorded offline, I built up a few more of our units. We got a few things queued, and we're working our way towards having some of our larger ships right now. So we will be mostly focusing on taking Rusan and Umbara today. We're going to give it a little bit of time to build up some more of those forces. We did turn on Cruel last episode. Do we want to clear those off of Agamar? I kind of want to clear that off of Agamar, because that's kind of scary. I guess we won't, but I want to. Dathomir. We need to actually get the thing there. Yeah, so Edge of Despair will be coming back this Sunday, which means our usual Sunday Empire at War streams are going to be moved to Friday this week. It'll probably end up staying on Friday. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that is the plan currently. And so the tabletop stuff, which Edge of Despair is thing that I really enjoy doing. So people usually seem to like it when they get into it. So I highly recommend giving it a shot if you've never watched it before. But yeah, it's possibly my favorite thing to do on the channel. So let's see. What do we have in here? We don't really have a super recusant. Let's get Darth Hamner's Revenge. And do we have one on here? No. So we will get I'm So Pretty, Oh So Pretty over there. And let's let it roll. So for us, I want to get Blucher or tax-deductible investment for that fleet. To invade Boz Pity. Okay, we kind of knew this would happen. I'm just going to sell those off. We'll auto-resolve space and try to hold on ground if we can. Or that's not fucking Boz Pity, that's Barlock. How am I doing? I got up relatively recently, so I have even forgotten where Boz Pity is. Okay, there. That makes sense why it's taking so long. Okay, there's nothing even there. So let's get Grievous, just in case they end up getting there first.
Yes, I can smell the smoke from here.
Ooh, we got 5 VSTs and 3 acts on that. I think we can get there before anything bad happens, though, so I don't want them taking this one. All right, Kashyyyk.
Beginning construction.
Get that. That. All right, and we're going to be able to get a subjugator in the core. So, we are getting Blucher.
Tactical battle imminent.
All right, killing these 5 VSDs, hopefully, gonna be tough. I think if we can just drop right in there, then we get Grievous out far enough. E-Shrimp Fresh. Hydra Dominatus. Red's Fury.
I will send one of my minions.
All right, we've put the Clanker's Revenge in probably the best place for it. So, Orko Marks.
Here, I'll dispatch that.
Yeah, so unless ships have a specific targeting or reinforcement prevention radius, the way pathfinding works in Empire at War is there's, no matter how many different visual level ships are on, like you can see these guys are on 3 different levels,
What is it, my lord?
the game only cares about 4 different heights, like 4 different actual heights based on ship class. So class being like frigate, corvette, capital, super. And so whenever there's a ship, no matter how far up or down it looks, it's actually just on one of those.
On the battlefield.
Here, go for that one.
Here.
Go for that.
Take what we want.
But yeah, so it'll only consider the pathfinding for this against other supers, I believe, and then VSTs are on capital. They might be in frigate because it's shared with Thrawn's Revenge, but so they won't bother trying to path a Lucre Hulk around a VST.
Yes, Commander.
Can we get the engines off this guy?
The primary target is the
We no longer
But it also
have
means
control of-
that everything of the same class will path around each other, no matter whether they're like entirely on different Z layers. Because the different heights within a ship class are just, they're entirely visual. There's no actual gameplay difference there, except for the fact that it does count towards targeting. So if you are targeting something on a lower level, if you have a targeting range of 3,500, say, 3,500 Alamo units, then you won't be able to hit something that is technically 3,500 units away in one axis, but then it's down like 400 because that's longer away or farther away. So that is how EAW pathfinding effectively works.
Construction complete.
Got that. I think we want to build more stuff down here. So can we get a... We'll get the imposter for you. Is GM better than PA? I don't think any of those factions are better than each other. Like, effectively none of the factions are, but it's just... It depends on if you're talking about, like, actual access to combat strength, in which case every faction should be relatively on par. Factions like the CSA have fewer access to wider varieties of roles, which does make them less flexible. But the... Can we actually kill Delta Squad in space? I think I'm playing against Ek or Shaq. But in terms of the starting positions, the PA is probably one of the easier ones. Because it's relatively defensible, and you will eventually get a free SSD.
For the Empire.
We care more about balancing things in tactical than in galactic, as far as like making sure each faction has a fair start. There are some factions that are just going to be harder to play on different maps, and like you can generally change that between different eras and different maps to find any map where any faction's going to be at one of their stronger points, especially in like more focused campaigns where like Maldrude doesn't have the most easily defended territory, but if you play Hunt for Zinj, then they're one of the more powerful factions. That wasn't so... Beck plays and saying the Republic Joint Command you did almost a year ago, you killed Delta in space. That was Ek. That was not me. Does the CIS have interdictors? Yes, so the DH Omni, these the fleet tenders, deploy mines. That's true for both sides. I think Bob actually fixed the transport behavior before release, but they're not going to want to retreat right now, so I get to kill them. This is our second last recording stream before the TR release, because we're going to have probably one next Monday. I might end up having to reschedule that and just working on the mod that day, so we'll see. It depends how everything's going, or how much I feel like working that day, doing a couple streams and then doing the mod work all night. Because it'll technically be Monday night that I have to work on it to get it out for Tuesday morning. But unfortunately for them, they're dead. I don't know if they retreat. There was an issue with the AI calculations for that. I think Bob fixed it. Ooh, that was an A6 as well. Alright, get in there. I think we're building up just a fresh new fleet on Mintuine.
Roger, roger.
Construction complete.
Roger, roger.
We build both of those? Yeah. They're both finished. So I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put one with trench. Would you say the strongest ground vehicle is overall?
Construction.
The A6, probably, but the addition of the hard points to it definitely helped that be less abusable. Or, not in addition to the hard points, making them targetable. They always had hard points, it's just they weren't targetable. Oh yeah, this is... we get a good discount here. I think for this, we are going to get... one of you sold. And... we will buy... I'm not sure if we want the other subjugator or if we want to go... let's go with turbo laser for every acclimator, a laser for every Y-wing.
Production.
Yeah, Umbara Assault will be happening today. I don't know if it'll be in this episode, but it'll be in one of the 2 episodes we record today. You know what, let's do that now. We haven't really had any big battles yet, and I really want to play on the map.
Enemy fleet approaching.
Oh boy. Well, we'll see if we survive whatever they're sending at us. I assume not, but if we do, then we can build up space defenses here properly. I'm gonna go with we're probably not surviving this, to be honest. Maybe it's just me, but the A6 hardpoints feel like they don't play very nice with AM artillery shots. Yeah, it's just a weird interaction between AoE damage and the A6 hardpoints, which is why like orbital bombardments don't work super well with them.
Ion cannon firing.
Yeah, they've got all their regular commanders and their second commander here. Or their Moff. So we're leaving. You ever get burnt out from playing EAW? Not really. Like, I try to make sure that I do it a relatively reasonable amount for the channel. So, It effectively comes down to like 2 streams per week of it, maybe 3 if I have one of the single playthrough ones. Those can be a bit of a strain if I'm doing like a few days in a row. But I think I've gotten it to a better balance than I used to have, where like I used to need to do a full Empire at War Let's Play episode every day. Either recording or posting. And if I didn't do that, sometimes I'd even need to do 2, then there was no way I was getting enough views that day for me to like make any money ever. That we can possibly sell off some of this. Is this a regular? Yeah, this is a regular battle carrier. I'm getting rid of that. Which I think is enough to build tax-deductible investment. But yeah, like that was a lot of VAW, and I wasn't enjoying it as much at that point because I don't think the mod was as good. But now we have enough different stuff in the mod, and the mod is fleshed out enough that it doesn't bother me as much as it used to, having to play that much, when I do have to play that much.
Tactical battle imminent.
Like, doing the 2.2 playthroughs as much as I was, that wasn't as much fun. Lucid Voice and Colicoid Swarm are still around.
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright, Umbara is another one that'll need like a unique texture. Right now we've got like the general types, but that's it. Okay, ionize the oxygen. Come on in.
I will send one of
In
my
Clanker's
men.
Revenge.
A command I like. What is it, my lord?
I don't think what happens to them gets explained in canon. No.
Here.
They're there,
I will send
and
one of my minions.
that's about it.
They are running. Go for their engines.
Wow, roger that.
Alright. So yeah, we've had mountainous, continental, ocean, a separate ocean type for like Camino. There's like a calm ocean and a rough ocean.
Tactical battle imminent.
There's desert, barren. There is probably other ones that I haven't said. But yeah, so those are the planet types
Come up with a plan.
we've got so far, and then once we've got more of the somewhat general ones done, we can
Scan aborted.
do more of the specific purpose ones as well.
Conflict.
Forming squad.
We've secured a build pad.
Registering.
Alright, I'm gonna keep some droids back here,
I'm on point.
Turret constructed.
because this might be something we need for our good friend Mr. A6 Juggernaut.
Hey, we got
Crap.
here.
Turret
Forming
constructing.
squad.
Come in.
Hey,
Okay, can you just get back here?
We've lost the abandoned turret.
follow me.
laser.
Battle mode.
Keep these guys distracted, please.
Construction complete. We've secured a build pad.
Hey, nice.
Turret constructing.
Yay. Pretty impressive.
I'm trying to think of the ones that
We've lost a build
that Dr. Nick has finished the reworks for.
Sweep for clones.
I don't think he's gotten to Dasucha. Dasucha was one of the only
Clones are out there.
like specific planet ones that we got to with the initial set.
turret
All
constructing.
ready.
Alright,
Squad
come and get that.
accepted.
Destroyed.
Oh, get back here.
Destroyed.
Better come up with a plan. Forming squad.
Target. Abandoning conflict. Meet back down. Identify target. Humans down. Without mark. Ending charge.
Can you hit from here?
Squad
Just
incoming.
get out of there. I think there was enough space, but not reliably.
Ain't close. Follow me. Hey,
Constructing.
we got here.
Let's see if we can grab both of these sitting in one place.
Registering noise.
Like, I think we might be able to hold this. Let's get military. Let's get anti-vehicle.
We've secured a building.
Target.
Really just comes down to the corner here.
Construction complete.
See if you can hit the front of that.
Back down.
Nice.
Trace detected. Humans down.
Alright, die ground SSD.
Action.
My top 3 Star Wars games. If we're counting, I think I have to say Empire at War.
Scan aborted. Pullback. Grenade. Human down.
Not in its base form, but I think just for impact on my life, I have to include it.
Forming squad.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
That's not good. Well, that turret did a lot of work, so... Far, wherever you are... Are you bombing? You're not even bombing. What the fuck? I sang for you, and you didn't die. I take it
yay,
back.
Pretty impressive.
The most I've ever yelled in an episode,
Scan
but
aborted. Evacuating area.
I apologize. I'm just mad. Like, fuck. I got invested in that.
Nice.
Our
Roger,
base is
roger.
under
I'm just
attack.
a little upset right now.
Yay.
But yeah, so Empire at War. I think Squadrons is probably up there as well. And KOTOR? One of the KOTORs? Like that's fair, all very off the cuff decisions, but
Already.
see if we can do this side. Like it's pretty impactful how much like that one changed the A6. None of the actual stats got changed, just making the hard points targetable rather than not.
Target spotted. Registering noise.
Right. I might build vision just because I'm curious. You can't do that. Okay. Well, that's dead. I might just sell you because you're embarrassing yourself, little turret. Oh wait, is it gonna come out? Here, can you shoot at these things where you're actually gonna be able to do literally anything?
Disengaging.
Hey, we got here. Don't get too close. Forming squad.
Alright, we still have a decent
Sensor node constructed.
last line of defense here if we need it. Because there is the capturable turret there. Not one of our main ones,
Visual scan.
but accessible if it needs to be.
Construction complete. Destroyed.
Get out of there.
Destroyed. Base is under attack.
Those Drudicas are probably dead.
Destroyed. We've
Registering
secured
noise.
build pad.
You played Dark Forces. I don't think I've played first, like the original ones. Just like Jedi Knight and Jedi Outcast. Like, I did play it for a little bit. My cousins had it. I think that was Dark Forces 1. So I played it, like, maybe for 15 minutes there, but I didn't even like Star Wars at that point, so I didn't really care. I hadn't seen Star Wars. Alright, we actually managed to hold that, which, that's pretty epic. We're going for our Umbara assault. So, we'll do this, and then it'll be time for episode 2, I think.
Ships. Commence landing procedures.
Okay, so unfortunately we had a crash on our first battle here, but we are going to try again. And then I'm going to rebuild everything that we built from the first episode. So there shouldn't be ultimately any difference, but there might be some slight differences you notice between this episode and next episode for our more eagle-eyed viewers. I want the... We're just going to go straight up the road. So I want to get to this LZ next.
Forming squad.
Powering motivators.
And we do have some competition at it.
Yes, sir.
Like, this one has more build pads and everything around there. But...
Hey,
Droid program activated.
yay! Follow me.
we want... No, we don't need to worry.
Hey, nice. Yay!
Ready.
Already.
Jesus. Pull back. Pull back. Alright.
Radius check.
Pull back enough.
Better come up with a plan. Battle mode active.
Go for that. And up here.
I hate clones.
Alright, I think
Ready to go.
got that pretty solid. So you can get these build pads. You guys... Alright. There was a question earlier about Umbara and influence units and stuff, so... They may end up as influence units, they may end up as something else. The Umbara units will come eventually, though. They're just not the highest priority thing. They're getting closer to the higher priority levels. But the focus with Fall of the Republic has been on the actual core unit rosters for the CIS and Republic. Now that we're past 1.0, we've got more of those core done. More of that core done. Then we get closer to doing that kind of, like,
Choose your reinforcements.
quote-unquote extra stuff.
We've secured a build pad. Sensor node construction.
I don't think that's a question you really need to be asking in chat, man.
Follow me. I'm on point. You're good at this.
Construction complete. Volume
I don't see how that came up, but... Alright, I think this area is gonna be okay with that. Alright, they're done. We killed all the actual units.
System control achieved.
Okay, so we're going to leave it there for the first episode, and I think we might actually leave it there for the stream so I can get everything back to where it was off stream, because we were only going to do 2 episodes today, but if I'm going to spend half the time getting back to having everything built back up, then I think it probably makes more sense, unfortunately, to record the second episode offline. So only an hour stream today, but tonight we are going to be doing another TapCaf Transmissions episode. We're going to be talking about we're going to be talking about Greater Good, which is the second book of the new Thrawn trilogy. That'll be on Eckhart's Ladder's channel. Then later this week on Datapad, we're going to be talking about Bad Batch on Thursday. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the stream, and hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.